Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls Easy Mode. Before we go on with any of the sort of main progression, there's some optional, well not optional, at least not for this playthrough, but there's some little errands, or rather one little errand that I want to get out of the way first. So let's warp to Undead Parish. Basically, in order to access the DLC, and this is kind of obscure, you need to first complete a certain event with a certain NPC, and only then can you get the item that's required to get into the DLC. I'm wondering, did I already buy... Did not yet buy the Crest of Artorias. Okay. Let's see how much this guy gives. And let's see if he's got a weakness to fire. I don't think he does, but you never know. Ugh. Well, that was terrible. Well, it does decent damage, but I'm pretty sure that's not a weakness. I think that was a grab attack, by the way. Okay, one more. There we go. They drop Demon Titanite, by the way, so they are worthwhile to kill. Wondering if I have enough. Probably do. How much does this give me? Yeah, we're fine. I just have the souls now, so I might as well spend them. I also went and did, I think, 2 farming rounds in the ruins of New Londo. I was hoping for a Titanite slab, all I got was a few chunks.
Well. Go get your...
And I spent the souls not on leveling up, but on buying homeward bones, so now I have 72 of those. It's just nice to have a solid supply of them, because they come in handy quite a bit. You can buy them from the female undead merchant in the sewer tunnel. As you make your way from Firelink to the Capra Demon shortcut, that's where you can find her. It's where you also bought the poison arrows. Or you could have bought them in case, well, you know. It's the NPC that also sells the poison arrows. Anyway. I'm just wondering if I should grab a certain ring back here. Before I really go into what I actually wanted to do, I'm going to show you a nice little farming place, by the way. It's kind of... well, lazy is the wrong word. It's very easy to use and gets you a ton of souls very quickly. But you need to have the 20,000 souls to buy the Crest of Artorias to open this door. It is pretty cheap. Well, it's not cheap as such, but after you've defeated the gargoyles, you can come here and kill the Moonlight Butterfly using the NPC for help, which makes it really easy. And then you have enough souls, and you get those 20,000 souls back very, very quickly when you go farming back here. So that's just fine. So there's a mage guy here, and a knight. The knight doesn't respawn, the mage does. And what you do is you aggro these two guys and then you stand here. And their pathfinding kind of glitches out, and they try to get to you, but the only way they know how is to jump down there, and then they die. The mage is a little finicky. It's kind of random how long he stands there and uses his magic. But he too will eventually try to melee you and fall to his death. And that's 2,000 souls you get that way. You can also fight these guys normally, of course, but I'm trying to show you the method you'd use when you farm these guys, especially because this is completely independent of your level or your build. You can just do this whenever, obviously. So you just aggro the next 3 guys. There's a bandit, a cleric, and a thief. And again, go right back here. Sometimes they lose aggro, but they tend to follow. Okay, that's the bandit. And just keep blocking him, he'll fall down. And the cleric seems to have lost interest, but he's coming back. So that's the cleric up there. Good night. And that's the thief. Similarly, good night. There you go. Very, very easy and convenient way to get a ton of souls early on. And the advantage is, you can now go back to the bonfire, rest at it, and just run out here again, do the rounds, go into your corner, let them all suicide. And if you mess up and die, you're very close to your souls, so you tend to be able to get them. And you're very close to a bonfire as well, so you can reset the farm quite easily. So do this for about 5 minutes and you'll have the 20,000 souls back easily. And you can use this really well to level up characters early game to get the stats that you want. Okay, now back here there's going to be another knight, but they're fairly well camouflaged. I can see him because I know what I'm looking for. You see right where the tip of my sword is? That's the knight. He's very difficult to spot. Unless you're in full screen, full HD, I doubt you'll be able to see them very well. You see, they're kind of transparent. I think they're using the Ring of Fog, maybe? Go for a backstab. He'll need another one, though. These guys are somewhat tough. Ow. Kicked me. Stop kicking me. Come on. Out in the open. There we go. And he gives another 3,000. He doesn't respawn either, so that's that. And somewhere back here there's also an archer. There she is. I'm not sure if you can approach her if you're slow enough. Don't think so. Oh, you can. Nice. There we go. She can also be made to drop to her death, by the way. There is a convenient ledge right here, which makes her drop to her death. Now, if you make her drop to her death, you can't get to her items, obviously. What you do then is you quit the game and reload. So just quit your main menu, reload the save. And that will cause her items to spawn right up here. So you can still get the items even if you let her drop to her death. None of the other guys drop anything, so don't worry about them. You can just kill them any way you like. And see, I've already gotten 20,000 souls, despite having spent almost everything on that crest, just from killing these guys the first time around. As I said, the knight and the other knight and the archer don't respawn, but the other 4 guys do. And that's still 7,000 souls that they give you, and you need about a minute to farm them. So you don't even need 5 minutes probably to get your 20,000 back. Very, very convenient. And now we can talk to this cat.
Is it the electrum? Well,
So I'm joining her covenant. I'm going to betray it pretty much instantly. And this is another thing that...
And here.
I don't know, I feel could have been done better. Joining the Covenant makes these 2 guys spawn. And... Shiva of the East, will become a merchant in Blighttown if you want. He sells some nice items. Actually, I might as well show you those. Yeah, I won't kill him now. Killing him is kind of irrelevant anyway. But he has a bodyguard, and this bodyguard drops a very nice ring, and it's the only way to get that ring, sadly. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this farming path quickly. I'm pretty sure that there was meant to be another way to get that ring. You might remember the event I did with Loudrek, who killed our firekeeper, and then I went to Analondo and invaded his world and killed him. There was originally meant to be a similar event with Shiva. He was supposed to ask you for a weapon, and then you give it to him and he goes crazy and steals it, basically. And then, similarly, you were meant to invade him in a certain place and get the item back, basically. And I'm pretty sure that would have also meant killing his bodyguard. Which I suspect was intended to be the way to get that ring without breaking the covenant. Because if I kill him now, it'll be considered betraying the covenant and I will lose the covenant. I think this guy will follow, so I'll have to kill him. But the ring really is very nice, you'll see. I'll go to Blighttown soonish and you'll see it. So yeah, while we're running down here, I'll actually switch to a different shield. The idea is that I will be doing the Duke's Archives next. I'm not sure if this is the easiest of the Lord Souls. I think it's pretty easy, but it's hard to say if it's the easiest. It's the one that, to my mind, can be done sort of independently, so you don't need to do anything else before going to the Duke's Archives, except for what I'm doing now, which is kind of minor. By the way, you should be a little careful in this forest, because these crystal golems have a huge aggro range. As does the Hydra back down there, which you can barely see in the distance. You'll see her much more closely soon. Anyway, Duke's Archives is where you get the key to access the DLC. And you'll need that key. Well, to access the DLC. Duh. I'm not making much sense right now, I'm sorry. Now for the other three areas, the main areas, as I said, New Londo has, to my mind, the most difficult of the four Lord Souls. So I would suggest doing that last, and going into the Demon Ruins in Izalith. Wow. Basically, you can get a very nice item down there, which helps with the Tomb of the Giants a lot. So I'd suggest doing Izalith before the Tomb of the Giants. My order is usually... Ow. Duke's Archives first, then Izalith. Wow, it's TH, those are difficult. But yeah, then Izalith, then... Duke's Archives, Izalith, Tomb of the Giants, and then I do DLC and Four Kings. Okay, when running to the Hydra, it's important to go sideways. Don't run away forward or backwards, or sideways. Just go sideways. And then be careful. There's a fatal drop close at hand. Just kind of stand around here and block. But again, be careful that you don't drop to your death. And then you wait for the melee attack. And swing. I would also strongly suggest putting on the rusted iron ring like I did. It helps with the movement in the water. And the magic attack cannot really hit you if you're right here. She might on occasion use it. I don't know, it's a Hydra, to me it's female. But yeah, you're safe from the magic attack here. Just wait for melee and then... Damn it, I missed. The last few hits can be a bit of a nuisance. Okay, got it. One more. Because I don't want to fall to my death. And that's quite close. So yeah, the last of the heads can be a bit rough. Nope, totally not in range. Don't force me to bow you. That would be lame. But yeah, if I take too big of a swing, I'll just die from falling into the deep water. And she changes the positioning of her attacks based on where I'm standing, so... So, irk. There we go. Okay. And you get the knight armor, a ring, and a dragon scale. None of those items are really important to me, but the knight armor looks kinda nice, but it's also fairly heavy. Okay, I can probably go back to the grass crest shield now. And then you want to run back here. And quit the game and reload. And it's fairly unintuitive having to quit out and reload to change certain things. You could also leave the area and come back, but quitting and reloading is obviously more convenient. And that makes this golden golem spawn. And if you pay really close attention, I'm not sure how well you can see it actually. But in that big crystal on his head, one growing out of him, the huge one, you can see which one I mean. There's a person trapped in there. It's very difficult to see though. Maybe if you freeze frame on the right frame, but yeah. And killing him sets her free. And this makes Dusk of Ulasil spawn. And you talk to her, she offers her help, you accept it. I'm not sure if you need to accept it to actually continue with the DLC, but there's no downside to it, so you might as well. And after you saved her and accepted her offer of help, you can summon her from right here. You don't need to be human for this. Normal summoning, you need to be human for bosses. But she's a merchant, she doesn't help fight.
I am done. It is. I should.
Okay, she sells some possibly fun magics. Nothing super useful though. And a catalyst. Hidden Body has its uses. Cast Light has its uses. In general, nothing super good here, but yeah. Thought I'd show to you, and she teaches you the proper bow gesture.
If thou art in need, pray.
Okay, so long. And Homeward Bone. But you need to have finished this event in order to make a certain enemy drop a certain item in the Duke's Archives, which I'll be tackling next time. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.